Man fatally shot after attacking police civilian. A man believed to be of unsound mind was fatally shot during a confrontation with the police moments after he wounded an elderly man at Kingsland in Manchester on Sunday. The man's identity has not yet been ascertained. An eyewitness told reporters that the elderly man ran about 150 meters from where he was attacked at the Kingsland Main Road by the man said to be mentally ill to a nearby gas station to seek refuge. Preliminary reports are that about 1 p.m., police were alerted to the incident. On their arrival, the man reportedly stoned the police, and despite their attempt to subdue him, he continued hurling stones. The police fired warning shots before opening fire at the man. He was taken to hospital and pronounced dead. 3 policemen were also taken to hospital for treatment and are to undergo X-ray tests. Tall man gunned down in Spanish Town. A 31-year-old St. Catherine man was gunned down by unknown assailants in the vicinity of the Spanish Town shopping center in the Old Capital on Sunday. The Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force confirmed the murder that it took place around 9:20 a.m. on Young Street. The deceased has been identified as Bradley Orr, otherwise known as Brad or Tallman. The Spanish Town police are investigating. Retired teacher missing in St. Catherine. The family of Rainford Cosburn is desperately searching for him after the 71-year-old went missing from home in Willowdene, Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Saturday afternoon. Cosburn, otherwise known as Crossy, Mas Ren or Uncle Ren, was last seen wearing a grey cargo shorts and a grey and white shirt with matching slippers. His niece, Marshall, said Cosburn has dementia and it is believed that he wandered away from home in the early afternoon. Upon noticing his absence, the family alerted the Jamaica Constabulary Force. "We are so distressed that Uncle Ren is missing. He is such a kind man and we are praying for his safe return," stated Marshall. Cosburn is a retired secondary school teacher and Army Reserve officer. If anyone has information about his whereabouts or has seen him, please contact 876-481-7219 or 876-412-0350. Teenager's body recovered from Rayamino. The body of a teen who went missing on Saturday was recovered Sunday along a section of the Rayamino in Clarendon. It is believed the teen, identified as 13-year-old Nicholas Mitchell, a former student of Old Harbour High School, may have drowned. It is alleged that Mitchell, who lived at Gerald Avenue in Effortsville, Clarendon, went to a section of the Rayamino on Saturday, October 12, about midday for a swim with friends. He reportedly got into difficulties and his body went under the water. His stepfather reported the matter to the police. The body was recovered sometime after 11:30 a.m. Urgent call for a review of the Police in Schools program in Manchester. An urgent call is being made for a review of Police in Schools program. Counsel for the Belfield Division in Manchester, Maria Mitchell, made the call following the reported stabbing of a Forest High School student by another on the institution's ground last week. His call also comes amidst escalating violence in the parish. Approximately 40 people have been killed in Manchester since the start of the year. This, Councillor Mitchell says, indicates the importance of crime-fighting plan to prevent further escalation of the violence.
We had a stabbing in my division at the Forest High School, over $200. We had a murder in my division again of a young lady from the Catholic College, and I've been asking, are the school resource officers in place? Are strategies in place? Because when I go to the schools across my division, teachers are telling me that the children have come back with some behavioral disorders since COVID. We've been asking all these questions for months with nothing coming forth. I've been asking that dialogue happen. We have a number of young individuals trying to misguide. We have questions. We want to know if the police know who these players are. I heard a statement from the superintendent that there are overseas persons involved. We want to know what are the steps being taken, what are the strategies coming into play. And when we see things like this happening now, in broad daylight, and the rumors are out there. The rumors are out there. When we ask, we have seen the trend. And I asked about it. I said, St. James had issues, he shifted to Hanover, he shifted to Westmoreland. And 2-3 months ago it was in St. Elizabeth and it is Manchester. It is a way that is moving across.
JLP selects Winston Downey to run in Warrant B Division. The Jamaica Labour Party JLP has selected Winston Downey, Vice Principal of Paul Boga High School, as its representative in the Morant Bay Division in the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. The announcement was made by JLP Era Colson II Chairman Edward Warmington at the South St. Catherine Constituency Conference in Portmore on Sunday. Downey is making his debut in representational politics. I am a well-known person who believes in growth, development, and prosperity. I am also a firm believer in education, he told reporters. The division became vacant because of the death of Councillor Rowan Washi Blake in April. The governing JLP commands 6 of the 10 divisions, while the PNP now holds 3. PNP councillors and supporters have been demanding a by-election for the division. The Representation of the People's Act, ROPA, outlines that a by-election should be held within 90 days of the municipal corporation recording the vacancy, which means it was due by mid-August. Porto sector seen downturn of up to 15%. Agriculture Minister says producers assure supply will meet demand after next 2 weeks. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green says last Friday's meeting of Porto stakeholders revealed that the sector is experiencing a downturn of up to 15%. The industry was severely impacted by Hurricane Beryl on July 3rd. However, concern over the shortage of chicken in the country intensified in the past weeks, with calls from the government to address the issue urgently. In response, Mr. Green indicated that a meeting would be convened with stakeholders last Friday. Providing an update on that meeting, Mr. Green told reporters that he received a rapid assessment report which confirmed that the industry is seeing a decline. He also noted a 30% increase in the demand for chicken. This, he said, has prompted major stakeholders to ramp up production. Mr. Green said based on assurances from key producers, it is expected that chicken supply will be able to meet the growing demand after the next 2 weeks.
We would have convened our poultry stakeholders meeting on Friday, where we would have gotten a rapid assessment report. The poultry stakeholders brings together our main producers of chicken and also some of our major wholesalers and retailers, so that we can look at the challenges and see how we can craft a joint strategy forward. As we have indicated, we have seen that there has been some downturn in supply, largely from the fallout to Hurricane Beryl of our small poultry farmers, which account for about 30% of the market. At risk, it is probably about 10 to 15% downturn. If we look at the numbers, our major producers have given some guarantees in relation to ramping up production over the next 2 weeks, and they do expect that after the next 2 weeks they will be able to satisfy what is an increased demand. We have looked at the schedule in terms of our own distribution, and we would have started distribution of baby chicks in around August, and over the month of August and into early September would have distributed about 57,000 chicks. So those chicks will be coming to fruition 6 weeks from their distribution time, 6 to 7 weeks. So I expect a number of them to be coming in over the next 2 weeks towards the end of October.
Fitzhenley wants PNP campaign finance probe finding publicized. Government Senator Fitzhenley says it would be in good order for the findings of an 8-year anti-corruption investigation into the multi-million-dollar campaign finance allegations which had brought the opposition People's National Party to be publicized. The scandal erupted in 2016 and saw at least 5 senior members of the PNP being accused by a former member of the Parliament's executive of pocketing millions of dollars that had been earmarked for the party's coffers. Fitzhenley made the call during his contribution to the debate in Senate on Friday, and an order which will broaden the scope of offences of the major organized crime and anti-corruption MOCA is able to investigate. He was responding to opposition Senator Lambert Brown, who had argued that MOCA ordered place unnecessary focus on minor crimes, including those affecting the fisheries sector. MOCA ought to be focused more on the simple crime that the 14,000 police ought to be addressing, but on criminal connection to corruption and so forth. For example, what I would like to see us saying to MOCA is help us develop an approach to unexplained wealth so we can put unexplained wealth into our laws in order to deal with unexplained wealth. I want MOCA to investigate illicit enrichment. MOCA must go after the big fish, Senator Brown told the upper house. Fitzhenley, in his contribution to the debate, argued that the amendment to the range of offences MOCA is allowed to investigate is not inconsequential as a legitimate participant in the fisheries sector, which contributed $30 billion to the country's gross domestic production last year, require a level playing field. The government senator said he is confident that MOCA generally probes on range of allegations, offences including illicit enrichment. According to Fitzhenley, the campaign finance scandal, which was made public when then PNP Treasurer Norman Horn made to explain the party's 2016 general election loss and accused senior PNP officials of pilfering millions of dollars of campaign contributions from private sector entities, is suitable for a MOCA probe. Senator Brown speaks of major alleged criminality in the politics, and he called for MOCA to pursue certain investigations. I believe this matter, where the media reported that the then PNP treasurer accusing senior party members of having millions of US dollars of campaign funds, is ripe for an investigation by MOCA. In fact, and then Office of the Contractor General had announced a probe. That office has since been superseded by the Integrity Commission. I believe after 8 years of investigation, it would be good for due process to be observed and the findings tabled in Parliament, Fitzhenley noted. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.